You are now listening to About That Business, hosted by Rom Wills. Rom Wills is an entrepreneur and personal coach who has helped people reach their fullest potential personally and professionally. Take it away, Rom.
Thank you, Marshall. The business of basketball. You know what? We have the March Madness starting, the NCAA tournament, right? And, I was thinking about, just the business of it all. How much money will be made, right? Because, first of all, every school that makes the tournament, they get, I'm not even sure what it is, but last time I paid attention to the price, and this was in 2004, it was about $250,000. It's probably higher now, probably way higher. That's why those, why those student athletes be cheering and everything, because they get a chance to play in a tournament, even though out of 68 teams, 67 know they will end the season with a loss. Shoot, the people probably cheering are the administrators of their colleges because they about to get paid. They about to get paid. That's why you get a lot of schools. That's why they put so much into getting the student athletes and stuff. Because at the end of the day, it's a business. Think about how much money is made because everybody is showing the games. And we're not even going to get into pro basketball and the affiliates and everything. There's definitely a lot of money there. But you think about how much money is made just in college ball, but then even before that. I'm going to get into the before that in a bit. But these schools, that's how they get a lot of stuff. So it's ironic, too, because I can get into the racial aspect of it, especially in college ball, because, if you look at the top teams, they're dominated by black males, young black males who, quite frankly, they wouldn't want a lot of people who in the stands cheering for them wouldn't want these same black males living next to them. But that gets into some more political stuff. But you think about how much money they're making. They selling, and not just that, like TV, all of that. It's generating a lot of revenue. Think about how much it's making for shoe companies. Everything. How much it's making, jerseys, and then you got young kids watching it. Little leagues, and that's one thing I wanted to get into, how deep it is. Because, at the high school level, they're making a lot of money. Like, I knew this cat. He made his living scouting high school players. And he wasn't affiliated with any college. Of course, the coaches do it, but then you got these coaches, you got these services that, they list these guys and, test them out, everything. Got their stats, and then you got AAU tournaments where these kids are traveling all over, and then I've read instances where you've had some coaches actually starting like little private school type of thing, like little academies. Might have 12 students at the academy and all 12 are basketball players and stuff like that. Because you got high school, they showing like high school games on like ESPN and whatnot. And I'm like, damn, these kids, people making money off of it. Like all the cameramen, announcers, everything, all the support, they making money off of this stuff. And, you got some of these kids playing, they might be lucky to get a pair of shoes or something and just to playing. And really, they got to get their own shoes. Man, and then it's an amazing thing. It's good. It's not really it's a good thing in business wise. It might be good to get in, even though on a personal level, I think the business aspect should be taken out of the high school part. Because you got coaches and scouts and everything looking at these kids. If it's a tall kid with a nice dunk, it gets shared on a video and stuff. Speaking of which, you got companies out there who they actually making money off of YouTube videos just filming these cats. filming young guys, making them mixtapes and everything. And don't think they ain't making money, even if they ain't get paying, charging like anyone directly. If they, get on YouTube, monetize the video, they make their money. And it's interesting. It's really becoming bigger and bigger business. If you think about camps, sponsorships, people who make the clothes for these camps, basketball, shoes, man, it's really becoming, and that's just one sport. I mean, it's becoming incredible. I mean, I know I started off talking about basketball, but I've seen, there's a show I've watched. I think I've talked about it on one of these channels, Friday Night Tykes, where they following like little leagues and little football leagues in Texas and Pennsylvania. And I know this one young guy, they got like compilation tapes of him that appeared on that show, like on YouTube. I mean, it's getting crazy pretty soon. And, they already got sponsorships anyway, because you got, maybe some pizza place sponsored like a softball team or a baseball team or a little league football team or something, pay for the stuff, which in turn is advertising. I'm going to tell you what, it's interesting. It's something to get into, though. It's something to look at, and it shows how something can be created can be a moneymaker. Like I say, a person that wouldn't get into the youth aspect of it, but there's a lot to get into. I mean, you got people who got blogs, following particular college teams and everything. And I mean, it'd be interesting if somebody probably have. I probably have to look for it. Somebody's probably sat down and figured out how much money is just being made there. If you think about the sports thing, I mean, really, because if you think about it, just the sports thing, period. Just a sports thing, period. It's like you hear all these retail places going out of business and stuff, but it's rare you hear about a sports place go out of business. I mean, that's happened. I know one major sports chain that did, but, part of that is you got a lot of smaller places that sell sports paraphernalia, clothes, everything like that, right? And, I mean, it's something to not just look into, but it's something to really just sit back and just be like, wow. You don't think about it. You just think about, I don't know, you just think about like the standard jobs, factory jobs, manufacturing jobs, maybe retail jobs. But I'm like, man, there's a lot of money if you can bounce a basketball. In fact, I know a couple cats. They got like basketball academies and stuff. It's like, shoot, you make a good penny. You charge these kids, you don't even have to charge them that much. But you get enough of them in different skill levels, classes, little leagues and stuff, boom. I actually thought about that, some type of sports leagues and stuff as a business. I actually thought about that. It's tough. I think the reason I couldn't really get it going, though, honestly, just didn't have the time. There's a lot of stuff that requires a little bit more time than just like some, you working a 9 to 5. Because you got to look at a lot of little things, because I've actually participated in sports leagues where somebody just put some stuff together and found some space to play. And in fact, it was one time I was working with a group that had some sports stuff and they wanted me to set up on some football leagues, but I had to leave them alone because they didn't want to do it right. They wanted to like get on like some people's field and just jump on and play. And I'm like, hold up, man, we gotta talk to the rec league or something. We can't just get on somebody's stuff and just decide we're gonna just play. Yeah, but you know what? It's something to think about because there's a lot there just playing ball or something like that. So anyway, right? That's it for today. Let's go make that money.